31 Wicker Avenue. This is it.
You sure?
I'm sure.
At last. That stench of stale grease about you reminds me too much of my old job.
You worked as a waiter?
I was a chef. And not in any old kitchen. At the maximum security penitentiary on Gore Island. Can't think of a better way to do time. And how do you think I met Alphonse? Playing golf?
Alphonse?
On the subject of cooking, I know your blueberry pie had an extra something. I still don't know what.
Alphonse?
So what now? You got a plan?
Take a look around, in case there's a rear exit. I'll take the main door.
My pleasure.
I like the camera work, very unusual camera angles. How fast he's running. And also the sequence just now with the text using
The fact that a criminal like him can hang up his shingle in broad daylight says a lot about Santa Esperanza.
using the text as cover. It's quite nice.
Interesting taste. Been centuries since a gardener visited this house. Maybe Boccarini's business isn't going too well. The bell doesn't work. I guess Boccarini doesn't get many visitors. Boccarini? Carlo Boccarini?
Nothing of interest out back. Sorry. You better come see this, Mr. Ness.
What is it?
I don't know how to describe it.
Didn't see anything. Just having our drill short. Okay. Hope you're still seeing this. If not, please make yourself
Is
noticeable.
that our man?
Boccarini.
My God.
We have to find out who did this and why. Let's go.
You're the detective, Mr. Ness. Besides, Alphonse will want to see this. I'll be right back.
All right. I have to establish how Boccarini died. Maybe the body parts can shed some light on the motive.
Oh, I see. There's a detective screen also to connect clues that we collected.
Holy Christ, what the hell are we up against?
Search red stick. Oh, okay.
His teeth were all pulled out before he was killed. The buildup of blood inside his mouth speaks for itself.
The killer was a dentist.
His eyes were pulled clean out of their sockets. Whoever did this, it wasn't their first time. And if they committed any other murders like this, it's likely that the police found some of the bodies. I must remember to ask Alice.
Alice. Who the fuck is Alice? Is that everything? Oh, I guess I can use both sticks to navigate. It feels a little odd, but it works.
Pity he won't last till Christmas, because he'd almost pass for a tree. There's no doubt the murderer took his time.
3 or 5. It's a little bit like in the Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishment game, where you collect clues in a similar fashion. Oh damn!
This isn't a cut; it's a tear. His hands were ripped off. Who has that kind of strength?
It was that that beast that we saw in the beginning of the game, with the deer horn on the head. Oh, I don't even wanna look.
Once he got stuck in there, looks like the bottom of a glass. It's Boccherini, no doubt about that. Although the one I remember was more together.
Got a new clue? What would that be? Okay, we have to set the clues in there. Mutilation. I guess this is all
Boccherini's teeth were all pulled out.
It's definitely a mutilation. I don't think the glass is a mutilation. It obviously doesn't need to be there, but I guess this is a bigger
The
mutilation.
murderer tore Boccherini's hands off.
Mutilation.
Hands ripped off, teeth torn out.
Yeah.
I guess I'll have to rule out criminal intent or a personal angle. Boccherini's eyes still haven't shown up. What if I look at whatever was
Haven't
used to
shown up.
remove them?
Do you get it? Haven't shown up the eyes because eyes can see show up. It's hilarious. Okay.
What looks like the bottom of a broken glass buried in Boccherini's back.
I'm gonna use the clue, but I know it's false. So let's see how the game reacts. Oh, don't want. No, I still don't want. Oh no. Okay. Back. Okay, that's all for now. To find the eyes. Guess we have to keep our eyes open for this clue.
Takes a strong man to tear that out. Or several.
What was that? Is that an eye or
The
what?
lamp. Torn off its brackets and
Oh, okay. Just a lamp. Oh, this doesn't look so nice.
the blood comes from the other side of the corridor and ends next to the body. He was attacked in the other room and dragged to the hall. The evidence suggests that the events began in the lounge. How did Boccherini encounter his murderer?
Questions over questions. A watch. Oh, we have a clue here.
Blood. Blood everywhere.
You don't say. Sherlock. Nice work, Sherlock.
Did it break during the struggle, or was it already broken?
Oh. And also, do you see? It says relax, so it's not a Rolex, it's a relax.
What kind of person takes off a wristwatch without unfastening it? Or fastens the strap again after taking it off?
Some sort of maniac who did this, maybe? I don't know.
This was opened recently. Smells of whiskey. Glass on the floor indicates the window was broken from outside.
So many clues.
There's something under there. How did it wind up under there? Not one round fired. It must have happened fast.
I'm just gonna collect all the clues and then see how they fit in. Not sure if I can jog again. My spare time I like to jog through bloody crime scenes, so I keep fit.
crushed the table must have been really heavy. Or maybe it was thrown extremely hard.
I guess this is vitally important because we have 4 clues here.
A perfectly circular dint, as if someone had tried to hammer in a gigantic bolt, around 4 inches in diameter. Fingernails scratched the wood. Blood ran like water.
Well, I don't know exactly what happened here. Beans?
What is it with Italians and olives?
Oh,
They lap those things up like caviar.
I guess that wasn't the most important clue here. Oh,
Like a true bachelor, he should have put these into soak.
Bah.
Hours of scraping to get them clean. Although at this stage, I don't think Boccarini's too worried about that.
he's just so odd.
4 glasses. 2 of water,
Oh.
2 of wine.
That could be important.
I've always been a whiskey man, but I know a good wine when I see one.
But right now you're a juice man because I told you you have to drink juice and not whiskey. Okay, I gotta find one more. The pie.
Leftover lasagna.
Oh.
And it looks good.
I'm mistaking
Why is it
everything.
that 2 out of 3 Italian gangsters are great cooks? I'll never understand what the deal is with them in cooking. The plates and the glasses leave no room for doubt. Boccarini had company for dinner.
Same as why do ex-cops always have a diner and bake the best pie? That would be a nice info as well. Is there a knife missing? No. Oh yeah, there's one missing.
1 knife's missing. The biggest one.
But I guess he wanted to cut the olives? Not sure.
Shut from the inside.
Let's shoot it open. I guess we got every clue here. Let's show around. Let's show around. Let's look around a little bit more. And if we don't find anything, we're gonna head to the board. Yeah, go up there? No. Can I go past the body? No. Maybe I see something here.
Jammed shut from the inside. Maybe between the 2 of us when Milton gets back. If I'm not mistaken, this door opens onto the same room as the locked door in the kitchen.
Maybe the killer's still inside. Boom.
Blood and some kind of sticky liquid.
I think it's called water. No, it probably isn't. Oh, can you turn off the fan? I don't think this will make a nice smell.
Oh shit.
Oh fuck, we
I
found
should
the...
have stayed in my diner.
Yeah. No shit. I guess they're praying? Oh. What? Why is he touching evidence? He's touching more evidence. Oh fuck this. Oh, the sound as well. I feel sick. Ah, fuck.
Are these teeth from the body?
Oh, fuck you.
Oh, At least I know why his teeth were pulled out, more or less.
Damn. Shouldn't have gone here. Shouldn't have played this game.
What is that? Looks
What
like
is
a
that?
ritual. What was Boccherini mixed up in?
I guess that's all now. Let's look onto the board. The assault, how did it happen? We found a lot more clues than that, but okay. Probably start with the broken window glass. Is that it or that? No, that's the lamp.
Pieces of glass from the window in the hall, found inside the house.
Okay, that's the second one. What's the first one? That's probably the third
Two
one?
pools of blood, one on either side of the dining room table.
No,
A broken table, scratched and covered in blood.
no, not part of the
A
assault.
pistol, fully loaded.
Alright.
A broken whiskey glass, found in the dining room.
That's probably connected with
An
this.
open bottle of whiskey.
Oh, no,
I'd say
okay.
Boccherini was drinking in the dining room when his assailant burst in through the window. Boccherini pulled his gun, but the murderer disarmed him before he could shoot. Where did the torture begin?
Now we have more clues available. Torture began with not being able to drink that tasty wine. No.
A broken whiskey glass, found in the dining room.
Yeah, that's probably part of it. No?
A broken table, scratched and covered in blood. A blood-stained wristwatch, with the glass broken and the strap fastened.
Okay, one more.
A door in the kitchen, locked from the inside.
That's probably...
It opens on
Oh, sorry, I skipped that sentence.
a teaspoon stained with blood and some kind of sticky liquid.
So was he poisoned as well?
A door in the corridor jammed shut.
I skipped the line again.
Two pools of blood, one on either side of the dining room table. The bloodstains show that the murderer began to torture Boccherini on the dining table itself. That was where his hands were torn off. As a result, his wristwatch fell to the ground. How did the body reach its current position?
So that's called lynching. So we're back to Twin Peaks lynching. Yeah, that's probably a clue.
The trail of blood from the dining room to the hall.
And the two jammed doors.
A door in the kitchen, locked from the inside.
No.
Dirty plates, glasses, and silverware from a dinner for two. A broken whiskey glass found in the dining room.
Oh, that's an indication. No?
The lamp, torn off its brackets and blocking the stairs.
Oh yeah, that's important.
Boccherini, already minus hands, was dragged into the hall, where the murderer used the brackets of the lamp to complete his macabre diorama.
Got a lot already there. That string seems to be solved. And then we have to find the eyes. Oh, probably pulled out by the spoon. That reminds me of another episodic game series. I'm not gonna spoil it by telling what series it is, but we also played that game till the end.
A teaspoon stained with blood and some kind of sticky liquid. The mixture of sticky liquid and blood can only mean one thing. The spoon was used to remove Boccherini's eyes. The mutilations and the disappearance of his eyes suggest two possible motives: psychopathy or cultist fanaticism. Which is it? A sick altar of human flesh. Some kind of symbol drawn in blood. Although I don't know the origin of the symbol in the bathroom and the altar of flesh and teeth, I'd say the motive was some kind of occult religion. The big question is, who did it?
I guess we're done here, right? Because there are no photographs anymore to put into. I like the Polaroid style. Very contemporary when the game is set.
This car looks too classy for a forger like Boccherini. Are there sufficient reasons to believe that when the murderer attacked Boccherini, there was someone else in the house? The first possibility to be ruled out is that the car belonged to Boccherini.
Let's see. Let's inspect the car. And let's drive maybe a little while with it, and then come back.
Let's take a look in the glove compartment.
Oh, let's do that.
Bingo. A man's cigarette case.
So don't you hide your stuff in the glove department, it's where the police looks first. Cigarettes.
OB. One of the Boccherini clan?
It's cigarettes of the Broccoli clan.
Vermont plates. Someone drove a long way.
So if Vermont is far away, so I guess we're not in the East Coast area, so we're at the West Coast. I didn't know there was snow there, but I guess there is. In some parts. Let's jog back. Oh, can I... Oh yeah, nice. Car.
The initials OB on a cigarette case. A car with Vermont plates. 1. It has Vermont plates. 2. It's too luxurious for a criminal of his standing. 3. The initials on the cigarette case don't match his name. The next possibility that needs to be ruled out is that the car was stolen. There should be evidence that there was someone else in the house.
Oh yeah, that's the dinner for two.
Dirty plates, glasses, and silverware from a dinner for two. The dirty dishes and glasses prove that Boccherini ate lasagna with one other person. Was Boccherini's guest still in the house when the murderer showed up?
Possible. Yeah, he put his glass into him because he was angry because he didn't get any lasagna. Maybe the locked doors explain it, because then the guest locked himself in.
A door in the kitchen, blocked from the inside. It opens onto the same room as the jammed door in the corridor. A door in the corridor jammed shut. It opens onto the same room as the locked door in the kitchen. A broken whiskey glass found in the dining room. What looks like the bottom of a broken glass
okay, I
buried
see.
in Boccherini's back.
Yep.
It seems clear that Boccherini and his guest were drinking when the murderer took them by surprise. The real question is, what happened to the witness? Did they escape? Did the murderer take them? Or are they still in the house?
They're locked inside there. I knew this would come into play. With the witness.
A door in the corridor jammed shut. It opens onto the same room as the door in the kitchen, blocked from the inside. One locked door could be a coincidence, but two locked doors which open onto the same room can't be.
Well, it can.
Either I'm completely wrong, or the witness is in that room. But I need Milton to open one of those doors.
Why do you need Milton for it? Is he good at breaking in?
Mr. Ness, can you open the door for me?
Why does the bell now work? It didn't work before. That's weird.
It was open. Why did you ring?
I thought I should use the doorbell so I wouldn't startle you.
When I came in, I pressed the doorbell and it didn't work.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, in light of the facts, I deduced that it was your finger that wasn't working. So, what can you tell me to restore my faith in you as a detective?
What is that?
Not a good start. It's a camera, so Alphonse can see all this.
All right. Follow me. Boccherini had company for dinner. Someone from Vermont with the initials OB. Someone whose social status was a lot higher, but who was on the same side of the law. He served lasagna, and after clearing away the dishes, they opened a bottle of whiskey in the dining room. That was when the murderer burst in on them, coming through the window which he broke with his own body weight. Boccherini, or maybe his guest, pulled a gun, but it was a waste of time. The murderer was so fast he was disarmed before he could fire. He focused his attention on Boccherini, totally ignoring the guest, and lifted him up into the air. He then threw him against the dining room table so hard that one of the glasses of whiskey was embedded in Boccherini's back. He span around, clawing at the table, and immediately afterwards the murderer ripped off his hands. I have no idea how he did it, but all the evidence suggests he just pulled. Blood sprayed everywhere. The wristwatch fell to the ground. He dragged him through the corridor into the hall. He tore down the lamp, hung him from the brackets, and stabbed steel rods through his body. He skewered him on the iron bars, possibly taken from the fence outside, and pulled out his teeth one by one. Finally, he scooped out his eyes with a teaspoon. Boccherini must have been dead when the murderer went to the bathroom with his hands in his teeth. There, he arranged them to make an altar, weaving the fingers together and placing the teeth inside. Next, he painted something on the wall in blood, a symbol which I don't recognize, but which could have some kind of ritualistic significance. When he'd finished his artwork, he left. I don't know what he did with the eyes.
You're telling me that someone did all this armed with a teaspoon?
More or less.
And you worked all this out on your own, son, just by looking?
More or less.
I don't know which of the two of you scares me more. Wait a second. What about the guest?
Right. Come with me. Nothing.
Turns out Mr. Untouchable isn't infallible. But you were close. Congratulations.
This must be Boccherini's office. Let's take a quick look around.
All yours.
The music is quite nice. Okay, let's look inside this suitcase. Money.
Jesus, there's at least $1 million here.
You know that from one look, then is something wrong with you.
Boccherini's?
I'd be surprised. Probably his guests, and I doubt it was to pay Boccherini for his services. None of his forgeries are worth that much.
How do you know that?
Carlo, I have the goods for OB, but I have to take the children to school tomorrow and I can't make the meetup. Friday, same time, same place. It's signed NI.
Mm-hmm. These initials are getting to be a pain in the ass, right?
I have to take the kids to school tomorrow. I don't think this is some loving divorced daddy, Milton.
I take back what I just said.
The driver's license of one John Martinson and Osmond Burke.
OB.
OB.
Do we know him?
The eldest son of the richest family in Vermont, convicted rapist. He was arrested thanks to the testimony of his father, who wound up disinheriting him. He escaped from prison last week. He broke into the family home and slit the throats of all his relatives one by one, opened the safe, and got away with a fortune.
They don't make jails like they used to. All starting to add up, isn't it?
What the fuck? What the fuck? I don't see anything. There was some A button, but I
All
pressed it
starting
too
to
late.
add up, isn't it?
What is that? I don't see anything. Do you see anything? Okay, I guess I press A. I press Y. I only see a black screen. This is odd.
Milton!
And the subtitles are overlapping.
I believe in you.
This is a great game. I like the graphics. I like the drama and the action. Okay. QuickTime Action, the video game. There are only QuickTime symbols. And you have to imagine the rest of the game yourself. Okay, maybe if I press start and... Oh, okay. That's weird. Let's hope the screen comes back. It's too bad we're missing the biggest action sequence of the episode.
Get out of my way, I said! He's coming back!
I don't
Who's
even
coming
know
back?
who attacked me.
Damn, the monster!
The guy who killed Boccherini?
He was a monster! Oh, get your hands off me, Negro!
What was he like? Describe him for me.
It was a monster. Red and black. I mean, his head reached the ceiling. He tore off his hands with his claws! It was a monster! A monster!
Should I hit him again?
Tempting, but no.
Burke, shut up. You're Osmond Burke, right?
Yes.
Good. Now pay attention, Burke, because I have a question for you. Who is John Martinson?
John Marston, Red Dead Redemption.
I am.
Boccherini created a new identity for you. And I'll bet that under those bandages there's a new face, fresh from surgery. Who wrote this note?
Nikolai Ivankov.
Rings a bell.
One of Capone's right-hand men 20 years ago. What does this stuff about kids mean?
I don't know.
Calm down, Burke. You were going to meet up with him, right?
Yes, at the docks, berth 42, right next to where the alligator 3 is moored.
Oh, Blues and Bullets doesn't work anymore. I guess it crashed.